Hello and welcome to another whiteboard training video. I'm Isaiah Henkel with Cheeky Scientist. Today I'm talking to you about LinkedIn and how you as a PhD can have an unfair advantage on LinkedIn by applying these 6 to 7 different things. Now, most people when they are on LinkedIn, they do as little as possible. They fill out a bare bones LinkedIn profile. There's a new study out showing that you have a better chance of getting hired without a LinkedIn profile than if you have a bare bones LinkedIn profile. What do I mean by a bare bones LinkedIn profile? I mean, you have a headline that says graduate student at XYZ University or postdoctoral fellow, maybe a picture, certainly not a professional one, no unique banner, and you filled out a couple of sections, maybe the university you're currently at in your work experience section. You think, oh, I'm on LinkedIn, oh, people can find me, oh, this is helping me. It's not. It shows that you're lazy, you don't complete things, you're not taking LinkedIn or industry or your job search seriously. I'll put the link to this reference in the post after the video. It's really important for you to understand, though, that data shows that if you have a bare bones LinkedIn profile, again, you're less likely to get hired than no LinkedIn profile. However, if you complete your LinkedIn profile, if you get it to that 70, 80, even 90% completion rate, you have a much higher chance of getting hired. In fact, it doubles your chances of getting hired for any type of job. And again, I will share the reference for this study that just came out. So given that, because you're a PhD, if you understand this data, and if you understand how LinkedIn works, you can skyrocket ahead of other people in terms of the search results that hiring managers and recruiters are doing on their version of LinkedIn. They use LinkedIn Recruiter, they use LinkedIn Talent Insights. Even if they're using the regular LinkedIn, they'll find you if you apply these strategies. Why am I sharing these with you? Because next week, next Thursday, at 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a special live LinkedIn webinar just for PhDs. I'm going to be at the webinar teaching you everything that I know about LinkedIn, everything that we know from our recruiter affiliates, our hiring manager affiliates, and we work with hiring managers at Google, Amazon, Roche, Shire, where else? Genentech, Apple, all of the biggest companies, hundreds of other companies. They have told us what they're looking for in terms of PhDs and how they search for you. This is what we do. We help PhDs like you get hired. So that webinar is next Thursday at 1 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the full date, all of the details in the text above after the video. So let's get to the first point. Focus on skills and job titles and locations. Okay, so there's 3 things here. Why these 3 things? If you go to LinkedIn Recruiter, there's only 3 search fields at the top. Of any kind, what am I going to be searching for? Skills, job titles, locations. This is why so many PhDs are invisible to employers, because you're not putting down the skills that are relevant for the job. You're focusing on your technical skills or your job duties in the lab or the classroom that nobody is searching for. You're not including transferable skills or the technical skills that matter. You're not including job titles. Even if you haven't worked in the job title that you want to work in, you have to put that job title on your LinkedIn profile to show up in the results. This is what your headline is actually for. Your headline is not your current position. Your headline is not your work experience. There's a separate section for that. Your headline is for the job titles you want and for the locations that you want to work in. You have to choose an overall location on LinkedIn, but you should also put the top 1 or 2 cities that you want to work in on your LinkedIn profile. You might think, well, I'm willing to relocate to anywhere. Good, put willing to relocate, but choose your top 1 or 2 locations as well. So you have to include a lot of skills, the technical skills, the transferable skills, relevant for the job that you want to get hired in. I'm going to show you a hack on how to find those skills and how to appeal to all the different companies and how to appeal to all the different types of jobs you want to get at the very end. Number 2, hit the big 3 visuals. Okay, this is so important. You will have a bare bones LinkedIn profile. Your profile will be classified as bare bones or not complete if you don't have a professional headshot, a complete headline that has job titles in it, locations, and skills. Again, your headline has to have job titles, the ones you're interested in, locations, and skills, both technical and transferable, and you have to have a banner image. Okay, that banner image should be something symbolic to the field that you want to get into. Okay? Don't just put a picture of a mountain or a stream, whatever. I mean, maybe if you're a biologist or a botanist, that might work. Okay, but choose something that's symbolic to the field you want to get into. Have all of your images be high definition. You have to get those big three right. It will separate you. Too many of you have no banner image. Choose something, anything. It's better than the blue background that LinkedIn does by default. Number 3, this is where you as a PhD have a big advantage. You can list your projects now, including your publications on LinkedIn, as well as your co-authors. This shows that you have cross-functional skills, which is very valuable in industry. This means you can get things done with people that you don't have authority over. That's what cross-functional means. A publication is a large project. Project management skills, it is the number 2 most wanted thing by industry employers. Dow Chemical did this big study asking what they wish job candidates had that they don't have when they're hired. Number 1 was industry understanding, as in understanding the language of industry, like understanding that word that I just said, cross-functional skills, product knowledge, market knowledge, understanding the transferable skills you don't think are important, but actually are very important. Data collection, information collection, that's research. You think that's basic and everybody has that skill, they don't. You have to be putting it on your LinkedIn profile. Data analysis, information analysis. McKinsey & Company just did a big report I've been talking a lot about. There's a 20% deficit in the job market for people who can even analyze data and information. And you're not writing about that on your LinkedIn profile. You have to do this. Number 2, though, the second thing on that Dow Chemical study was a lack of project management experience. Project management experience is so important, but a lot of you are not putting project management experience on your resume or your LinkedIn profile. The good news is about your LinkedIn profile is you can list your projects, you can list your project management skills by talking about your awards, your publications, and your volunteer work. You as a PhD can fill out these sections more detailed and better, and you have more of this experience than the average job candidate, so make sure you're filling it out correctly. Number 4, quantify everything, okay? When I say quantify, I mean write the numerical values down for everything. Have as many numerical values as possible. Quantify your results. Quantify your experiences. Quantify your projects, your awards. Quantify specific things related to your volunteer experience. How many times did you help out at Habitat for Humanity? How many different grants does your lab currently have? Think in terms of quantification, add as many numerical values as possible. LinkedIn's algorithm loves numerical values. It'll increase you in the search results. You'll show up higher in the search results if you have more numerical values, especially related to your results. So have a lot of quantified results throughout your LinkedIn profile and your work experience, your volunteer experience, everywhere that you can quantify a result or add a result, do so. Number 5, appeal to multiple jobs. So the problem with LinkedIn, or the challenge is, unlike a resume where one resume will be targeted to an individual position, your LinkedIn profile needs to appeal to all the different jobs you're applying to, all the different employers. So what I recommend that you do, and this is a hack, this is where you can think like a PhD and hack LinkedIn's algorithm. You can use another algorithm against it. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to tell you how. What you want to do is narrow down the top 3 to 4 jobs that you want. Go out and find 5 to 10 different job postings for every one of those job titles. Okay, so let's say you're interested in project management positions, R&D scientist or engineer positions, and maybe user experience analyst positions, maybe medical science liaison positions too. 4 different job titles. Find 5 to 10 job postings for each of those job titles across various companies. So now you have up to 40 different job postings. If you had to go through all of that text and read through it and highlight the skills, the technical skills and transferable skills to see which ones are used the most and then put those on your LinkedIn profile, it would take forever. But what you can do instead is you can use a word cloud. Go to wordcloud.com, wordle.com, just search WordCloud, free software, there's a lot of them. Copy and paste all of that content from all of those job postings, put them into a word cloud. The word cloud will tell you which skills are used the most in those job postings. And it will rank them. The biggest words, the biggest skills are the ones used the most. Take the top 5 to 10, put them throughout your LinkedIn profile. You just hacked LinkedIn's algorithm. Now you're going to show up at the top of the search results because you're using the skills that employers are searching for. Make sense? Number 6. Unbury the lead. So burying the lead means you're making stuff hard to find that's really important. employers only spend 7 to 10 seconds on a LinkedIn profile. And what they spend some of that search time for is looking for ways to contact you besides using LinkedIn's Messenger. Why? Because they very often have to pay to contact you. Have you ever been asked to join a higher level of LinkedIn or to have to pay a monthly subscription fee so you can use more in-mails? An in-mail is a message that you have to pay for that LinkedIn counts. They charge for reaching out to people. They charge employers for reaching out to candidates. So what they would love to see on your profile is an email to contact you at, a phone number to contact you at. But a lot of you aren't even including this information on your LinkedIn profile. You're looking for jobs and you're making it hard to contact you. Don't put it in your summary at the bottom so they have to click see more to see it. Put it right at the top of your summary. Put it in your headline even. Your email, your phone number, so employers can contact you right away, especially if you're looking for a job. 7, last one. This is super important. Be active. LinkedIn's algorithm is very smart, right? Like a lot of AI, it knows how active you are on its platform. If you're writing articles, if you're posting, if you're sending messages, if you're commenting on other people's posts, if you're liking other people's posts, all of that works to your advantage. The more you fill out your profile, works to your advantage. They are rewarding you for your activity on LinkedIn. One of the best ways to show up higher in the search results is to become more active on LinkedIn. Start posting things relevant to the field you want to get into. Start commenting on other people's posts. It will not go unrecognized. Plus, people will remember if you comment on their post. Find employees working at the companies you want to get into, see what they're posting, comment on it. Be nice, add value. They'll remember you and your face. So when they see your resume, they'll be like, oh, this is the only person who's ever commented on something I posted on LinkedIn ever. And they'll add value back to you by encouraging a phone screen, by giving you a referral. This will help you show up higher in the search results. This will give you an unfair advantage on other job candidates who are not considering the data, they're not considering the algorithm. As a PhD, this is a place where you can really get ahead. If you want to learn about all of my LinkedIn strategies, join me next Thursday, 1 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the link to the webinar. It's a live webinar. I'll be there teaching you everything that you need to know about LinkedIn, how to get hired as a PhD. Next week, I'll put the link above in the comment section, in the text section. As always, remember your value as a PhD and start thinking and acting like a successful industry professional.